This week in Retrospect, Drug Bust Edition. Back in 91, amateur horticulturists set up shop on an unsuspecting farmer's property.
This is just the leftovers from a huge haul of marijuana plants that were picked up Sunday in this field northeast of Marwayne. This is the mother load, 300 kilograms or close to 400 plants ranging in size, with some topping 2.5 meters in height and a street value into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. The drugs are overflowing the holding cells in the Kitscoty detachment right now, but the stash was cultivated along the edge of this hayfield but wasn't noticed right away.
Well, the first time we noticed anything different, there was tracks in across this field before we harvested this field, and never thought too much about it at the time. And after we got it harvested, I drove through here, and the tracks were in here again, and we still didn't tumble onto anything. And then the other day, I decided to check it out again, and I walked up here and noticed these strange plants.
The plants have been growing there all summer. The men cultivating them have things hidden well.
We drove right by here when we cut this field for silage and never noticed them. Just that I happened to think, well, maybe I should go check that out.
Yeah, it was a lucky break. Without Mr. George finding this, we would have had no idea that it was growing up in this area. We had no idea at all that it was here.
And in 96, where the wild weed grows, Kitscoty RCMP find clandestine cannabis operations just outside city limits.
Kitscoty RCMP made quite a haul this week.
We were able to seize approximately, well, actually 157 marijuana plants. We estimate the value of that at about $170,000. Some suspects have come to light, and we're presently investigating that, hopefully with the result of charges being laid.
After receiving a tip from the public and 2 days of investigation, RCMP located the marijuana operation in the rural area southeast of Kitscoty. This is not a new problem in the Midwest. RCMP say these operations are everywhere.
Drug problem in Lloydminster is quite extensive per capita. That I think there's a lot more hydroponically grown marijuana locally here than anyone would want to admit.
What has been called the biggest drug operation busted by RCMP in Saskatchewan history was uncovered in Meadow Lake last summer. Over 1,100 plants were seized with a street value of around $1 million. It's the money that makes these operations so popular. RCMP say an adult marijuana plant contains 2 to 3 ounces that is fit for sale, and the average street price right now is $400 an ounce.
And that's all for this week in Retrospect.
Retrospect this week is brought to you by Webb's Ford. Worth your while to drive the extra mile. Webb's Ford in Vermilion.